What small adjustments or small tweaks could you make in your finances that has the ability to be a game changer, pushing you to another level of financial success? I've got 3 of them. I'm going to share that and more coming up. My name is Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. I'm not sure when you're consuming this. I'm recording it right near the beginning of the year when it's sort of normal for everyone to tune in and do sort of a self-assessment. What adjustments should I be making to live a more intentional life and make some improvements, New Year's resolutions or goals? And it just got me thinking, well, what are a couple small habit adjustments, little tweaks that you can do in your finances that can actually propel you to make even more financial progress, have even more financial success? And similar to, thinking of, well, if you want to lose weight, I was on that kick a few years ago, and it's small habits. Like, hey, cut out the late night snack. Easier said than done, by the way. I know that from experience. I still do. But what are there little hacks or tricks or little tweaks that you can make in your finances that have a similar impact as well? I thought of 3 game changers. I mean, these are big deals, small, but actually have the magnitude of being game changers in your financial life. And whether you implement them at the beginning of the year, great, makes a lot of sense, but could be implemented at any time as well, mid-year, end of year as well. These game changer adjustments apply at any time to anyone. So here we go. Game changer, little tweak, little adjustment in your financial life. Number 1, find a way to save even more than what you're saving right now. And this is typical at the beginning of the year. We often recommend, hey, I know you're saving as much as you can. Save 1% more. If you're contributing 8% to your 401k, make it 9%. You'll barely feel the difference. You can manage around, you can budget around a 1% change. Ideally, we recommend people save 15% into their 401k. Well, if that's where you're at, move it to 16. Increase your savings just a little bit more. It not only helps you with your retirement goals, your long-term goals, but it just helps you with your overall financial balance and sort of overall financial wellness as well. There is a benefit that we get from saving and that delayed gratification for the future. So increase your savings by 1%. Find a way to save more. If you want to go even deeper here with this challenge, with this tweak, take the Amy challenge. And I just came up with that term. Amy is one of our all-star advisors here at KFG, and I've been working with her for a long time, and she's fantastic. And we were talking about this recently, and she said, you know what, I actually don't do a lot of how much can you save discussions. With a lot of clients, I just challenge them to say, hey, max out your 401k and find a way to live on what's left. And so consider that. Hey, set a savings goal and don't waver from it. Like, that is it. Make that the highest priority and just find a way to live on what's left. But either way, game changer tweak number 1, find a way to save more. A little bit more even than what you're doing right now. Game changer tweak number 2, and this one, really super powerful when compounded with that first one, and that is find a way to save into a Roth. Find a way to save into a Roth. And you might say, Mike, I've heard you say that it's not one size fits all. You've got to make a decision whether you should do pre-tax or Roth. Completely. And there are going to be times when it's going to make sense for you to just contribute pre-tax. But here's why I would challenge you and say make a tweak of having at least some savings be Roth is there's too many people. It's just sort of our mindset, our approach that we've had for several decades. You're just saving into pre-tax and you're making good money. You're in a high income tax bracket, and so you want the tax deduction. Even if that's the case, find a way to do something Roth. Do a little bit Roth, even if it makes sense for you to get that deduction today. Find a way to have some dollars be Roth. Then doing more and more math with this and combining it with the financial planning to say, well, you're in the 24% tax bracket right now, but if we extrapolate out and look at the long-term retirement plan, you're going to be in the 24% tax bracket in retirement as well. So guys, let's shift some of this to Roth or 22%, and yeah, you're going to be in 22% and out there in retirement. So doing Roth today not only helps some of those dollars grow tax-free for your financial future, but it insulates you from potential changes in the tax code. And if you say, well, Mike, I've been around for a long time. In the US, I haven't seen tax rates go up. I haven't either. But you probably don't know this. You've seen a ton of new taxes be created. And because raising taxes will never be popular, and in order to get votes, you've got to be popular, I think it's more and more likely we'll see newer and newer taxes or different adjustments, and therefore a Roth helps insulate you from that happening. So even if it makes sense for you right now to save the bulk of your dollars pre-tax, find a way for some of those dollars to be Roth so that you have dollars growing compound tax-free for your financial future. And then third, game changer tweak, little small tweak to your financial life. Get the right amount in your emergency fund. Have the right amount saved up in your emergency fund. And sort of like the Goldilocks approach, and there isn't an exact formula that you should use to come up with the right amount. 3 to 6 months of your lifestyle or your monthly expenditures. Working with your CFP, they're going to help you figure out what that goal should be and narrow in on a number. But more often than not, like there's I've got too much in there. Okay, and that's been the tendency lately as there's this, we're bracing for a recession and interest rates are good and I don't know, the political climate has been a little uncertain and so on, and so I'm gonna have more cash, okay? You don't want that, but actually, like for most people, the tendency is to have too little cash, right? If you have too much cash, you're on the verge of some of those dollars being lazy dollars, and they should be put on the conveyor belt and set aside long-term for a long-term goal, and maybe Roth, right? Suggestion number 2, tweak number 2. Too little, obviously, is a big danger as well, because you are vulnerable, right? And you're stressed financially. And that's why this is a small tweak that can actually have huge dividends, because the emergency fund, and I've said this countless times, the emergency fund is only going to be used for very few emergencies. They don't come around that often. But every single day, having that money set aside in an emergency fund will give you confidence, will give you financial confidence. That's what you get. That's the benefit every single day. The confidence that if something happens, there's an interruption to your income or there's a surprise expense, you can manage it. And that gives you more confidence to save aggressively for the future. Have high deductibles for your health insurance or for your home and auto insurance so you can save money on those premiums. It gives you more confidence to attack your financial life, and you make more progress in the future because you've got the right emergency fund. Not too much and definitely not too little set aside. So those are 3 game-changing tweaks that you can do in your finances to help you get to that next level. But there's another one, and it might be the one that unlocks all other tweaks, and that is working with a CFP, a certified financial planner that does comprehensive financial planning, because they're going to be able to look at all 6 areas of your financial life and see how the seemingly disconnected parts of your finances are actually connected so that you can make decisions that bring synergy. And those are those other tweaks, those other adjustments that can help push you to the next level financially. So work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with the K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.